Okay. So today is day 4 of our first week of the series of the 21 Steps in Productive Agent, and it's on time management. So for those that are late, they got to go back and listen to the other 3 tapes, right? So today's step on time management is technology. Okay, so technology is all around us, and it can be your friend or it can be your enemy, right? It depends on on your perspective, And so let's dive right into that, right? So we get into time management. Oh, I apologize. My phone just rang. Crap. So let me put the ringer on silent. So, all right, turn it upside down. Now I don't see it. So, like I was saying, time management. I mean, it could be, it could be your friend or it could be your enemy, right? Just depending on how you, view it, right? So, let's talk about it. It's a tool, right? The first thing you want to know, technology is a tool. If you use it as a tool, you can be more productive, right? So tools, are one of the things that separates the human being from other primates, right? So, when we use tools, they do research and say, they'll show a monkey taking a stick, sticking it down in an anthill, as a tool, and they're like, oh, ooh, wow, that's great. So, I mean, they celebrate that basic of a tool, and yet we have this technology that could be the greatest tool, could be one of the greatest tools you ever deal with, right? And so by having these tools, you can just do a lot more, right? So you really, really need to embrace technology. If say things like, well, I don't know technology that well and blah, 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 well, I'm telling you that right now, stop saying it. Because every time you say it, you're convincing yourself that you don't know technology. Well, as long as you keep convincing yourself, you never will. Now, I'm not saying you need to be able to write code and develop technology, but by golly, there's a F1 key on a computer that equals help, right? There's YouTube. You can watch YouTube videos. I mean, technology can make your life so much simpler if you embrace it. You got YouTube, you got Google, pretty much the collective knowledge of the universe in the palm of your hand. Learn how to use the technology. Use the technology to learn how to use the technology. There you go. Right? You can watch. So there's so many things out there to learn. So let's talk about it a little more, right? So let me see. Where's my mouse? There it is. So embrace it, right? So tech can create efficiencies, right? So with technology, you can become so much more efficient in everything, right? Just think about when I first got in real estate, fax machines just came out, and they were not accepted for a signed contract. It had that old curly thermal paper, that after 2-3 months, the page was faded. You couldn't read it anymore. It didn't print on regular paper. So we had carbon copy contracts. So that's where the expression press hard, 5th copy's yours comes from. So when you signed a purchase contract or a listing contract, you signed carbon copy. But you had to get in your car, drive across town, get them to sign a document, go deliver it to the other agent, pull the bottom copy out and hand it to the other agent. And so, I mean, that's the way it was. And, so, so think about today with electronic signatures, right? But think about email, right? Email, and we'll talk a little more about email, as we go on. But look what email can do to you. But it's become but now it's to the point where email, people barely read them. So, but if people aren't reading your emails, what about your text messages, right? You can send out text messages and prospect that way, right? We talked about that before. You could sit there and send out a text message, boom, and learn the text from your computer. So figure it out. I mean, if you have an Android phone, it's really, really simple. You can go to Google and search YouTube and say, how do I use my Android? How do I text from my computer with an Android using an Android? So, I mean, it'll show you step by step. It's really, really simple. There's a little button on your Android phone, in the settings. You tap on that. I forget what it says, text to computer or something like that. You tap on that, and then what happens is up on your computer screen will pop a you go to messages.android.com or something like that on your computer, tap it on your phone, and then you scan the QR code that's on your computer screen with your phone. Boom, now the two are connected. You could sit there and text message right from your computer screen. So, which means you can copy and paste. You can have a bunch of little text messages that you can send out that they're in a spreadsheet, right? Have a different text message in each cell of a spreadsheet. Have your spreadsheet open, and then you just copy, paste, type in their name. Their phone number pops up. Copy the text message, hit enter. Boom. You can do, you can send out so many text messages that way. Now, I don't recommend sending out 100 at a time because what if you start responding? So that now you're in a pickle because you got to handle all those responses. But so anyway, there's just so many little things that you can do with technology that makes you so much more efficient. I mean, it's a whole lot easier to type a text message on a computer with a full keyboard than it is to fat thumb your way and then get autocorrect and really screw up a message, right? So the next point I want to make, point 3, is you need to control it, not it controls you, right? So, because technology can be a time suck as well as it can be your friend, right? I always say, the internet was built for ADD, right? You start out researching, whatever, how to bind a book, and next thing you know, reading about potato chips. Then next thing you know, Facebook, and next thing you know, it's Saturday. So, you got to be careful with technology. It can be a very, very good friend, or it can be an addictive time waste. So, and I'm guilty of this as well. I mean, I get on Facebook because I run a couple Facebook groups. The Wasatch Front Agent, takes a fair amount of time to keep that thing under wraps and, people, from not doing what they're not supposed to do on there. So let me ask you this. So I'm going to point, so a couple people, we got some people on the phone. We got, I don't know who viewer 8 is. I got a feeling that there's viewer 6. Not sure who that is. So let's say JC. I'm going to pick on you, JC. Can you hear me? Can you speak, JC? Microphone working? Yeah. All right. So, JC, I want to ask you a question. In what ways technology help you? Let's say be more efficient. It says help? Question mark. So based on this, I mean, let's say, what ways does it not help you, or what ways does it do help you? So anybody jump in there if anyone. So she says, I didn't hear you, cut out. So the question is, in what ways is technology helping you, or in what ways does technology not help you, or, waste your time? Anybody else? How about you, Vonda?
Wait. Sorry, I couldn't hear your question. Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, so in what ways is technology helping you or not helping you? Is it wasting time for you?
I noticed myself the same problem. I get on the internet and I get sidetracked. I see emails. I see, if I go on Facebook to post an ad or something, I see myself, eyes wandering, and this person sends a message and I haven't checked with them. But I try to avoid that. So that is
right.
a deterrent, and I always try to I never get on Facebook because it's a waste of time in my opinion.
Right.
But it does definitely, it can be very helpful in doing just searches. I use the internet all the time when I'm curious about a house, maybe an FSBO, and I can go on and I can just kind of search the address and already see if they've already started posting it on Trulia or Zillow, or if they're trying to sell it on their own, or what the name of the person is, the owner, or if
Right.
they're renting the property. There's a lot of information I can find just by Googling an address or the name of somebody to try to find out what address they live at.
Right. And if you're doing that on a FSBO, then, in my opinion, just call them. Because the only thing we care about on a FSBO is why they're moving. So,
Right.
So JC posted, I think it's good to stay in front of people who spend a lot of time on Facebook, right? But I get distracted and waste time on there, especially when I'm not sleeping, right? So and so the key to that is, the key to wasting time on Facebook and technology is what? What do you think the key to that is? And it's the key to everything this whole week. Well, time management, right? It's okay to get on Facebook, but just schedule it, right? It has to be in a schedule. So it's the next line, right? If it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist. Think about that. You have to control time. If you do not control your time, everybody else will. This is a business. You have two options. You can run around like shit without a rudder and an anchor and just go wherever the waves and the wind take you. And God knows where you're going to land. Or, you can get your control of this ship and steer it to your destination, whatever your destination may be. It doesn't matter what your destination. So remember in the beginning of the week when I said, look, it's all about time management and having a schedule. If your goal is to do 4 deals a year, well, you don't need a schedule. You just wake up every day and, it'll happen. But if your goal is to make money where you're closing, 12, 15, 20 deals or more per year, you got to have a schedule, period. You have to have one. So you have to have a schedule and you have to stick to it. And again, I'm going to repeat the quote. I love the quote from the tape that was in the resource. It was one of your assignments on day 1 was listen to the Schedule Equals Freedom audio that's on the site. But the quote is, when you resist your schedule, you resist your dreams, you resist your goals, your dreams, and your vision. You get that? When you resist your schedule, you resist your goals, dreams, and vision. That is such a powerful statement. I don't know. I don't know that I heard a better one in a long time. And the thing is, I listened to that tape. I had that tape. That's probably from 2006, that audio file. And I don't ever remember that quote. But I think I'm more in tune to it now than I am then. Well, part of it is we're teaching. So, but actually, Debbie covered it. So, and then she posted it. But anyway, but that's what it's about. So, do you have a goal? That was what we talked about in the first week. Your schedule is based on your goal, right? So, if you have a goal to do 12 or 15 transactions, or make 100,000, make 150,000, you're going to have a schedule. You're going to have to get up at the same time every day. You're going to have to go to work as if you actually had a job, because we treat this as, because we're independent contractors, we always say we're self-employed, but I'm here to tell us, including me, that on most days, self-unemployed, right? When you get up, you don't have any plan of action. You just get up and start going whichever way the wind blows. I'm here to tell you, you're unemployed, right?
Rob.
If you went out and got a job, and we talked about this week too, if I give you a job paying you $150,000 a year, I expect you to be there working, and I expect you to be on the phones calling somebody, right? So you have that job in front of you. You just have to embrace that as your job. Now let's, and then technology can be your friend, and kind of getting on a schedule change it, but that's whole week's time management, so we got a little bit of latitude there. All right, let's get on to the next point. So this is about, so if you have 1,200 read emails in your inbox, you are not in control. Okay? Technology and email, so when you have all those emails, because what happens is you got to keep them cleaned out. And, when you get all this junk that comes in, there's the Gmail. When you use Gmail, they have so many tools inside Gmail that you can run filters, you can run rules. So you can create a rule that says if it's an email from Facebook, skip my inbox and go over here. It's there. It didn't delete or anything. It's still an unread email, and then it's just no longer in your inbox. So we have the videos on our site, and they're going to be on the assignment or on the resources tab of today's call, right? So we have the page. I'll make sure everybody gets the link to this page, and then the page that we work on, and then it's got all 4 lessons. It's got all 4 recordings. It's got all the resources, a copy of the perfect day, all that kind of stuff. And so, use this tool. Look at how we're using it as a company, right? As a company, we got agents on this call from, Provo, or we have agents from Provo to Ogden. So, but here we are, we're having meetings where everybody's in the comfort of their home, viewing my computer screen from their location. I've embraced technology. I use technology at high levels. So, but look what you can do with it. It's just awesome if you get your head around it. And then there's, you got CRMs, right? If a CRM is contact relationship management, where you can do a lot of things with one of those if you use it right. Now, they can be a little daunting when you open them up, but we're going to create some workshops. So Debbie and I are going to be, July and August, we're going to spend a lot of time planning and creating a lot of education for you. We'll be doing tech workshops where how to use different tools. So, and we have some now on our website. So the I want to talk about on our website is we have 3 videos how to use the whole Gmail suite, right? So Gmail is not just, it's just an email client. It comes with a calendar. It comes with contacts, right? Have you ever seen on Facebook, hey, my phone died or whatever, and I got a new phone. I don't have your phone number. Text me your phone number. Well, hello, your contacts should be on a cloud-based contact manager so that if you get a new phone, you log in and all your contacts are there. Right? It's like when people lose those, it just blows my mind. Let's see. How cool would it be to meet when? Yeah, right. So the assignments are they're in the assignment section as well. So that's what Debbie just posted. But it said, how cool would it be to meet an internet buyer first time and present on a Hangout or on this forum so your client feels comfortable, right? So, yeah, especially if you got a long-distance client. Get them on a webcam video meet where you're talking and you can see each other face-to-face, right? How cool. So that's better than an email conversation. So, but anyway, so back to the videos we have. So the Gmail suite, you have the contacts, you have the email, you have calendar, it comes with a YouTube account, right? it comes with everything. There's just so many tools. So let me give you an example. Let's pull this up here. I'm going to pull a browser screen, throw it up on my screen. So you're logged into Chrome, right? See up here on the right, it's got, say, Gmail, images, right? The standard thing. So Gmail is the one you go to most. If you just click on that, boom, your Gmail. But if you click on these 9 dots, these are Google apps. Look at all these apps, right? Your account, your email, your calendar, your contacts, Google Drive, search. Google Plus is now defunct, but Docs, Sheets, Slides, Sites. You can create websites. You got Google Voice, which is a phone. You got Chat. got meet. Debbie and I live on Google Chat. We just live there. That's how we communicate all the time. And it's rather than an email. It's just an instant message type tool called Google Hangouts, right? I mean, it's awesome. So, and the cool part is, it'll show up in your, if you search your email, the Google Chats will show up, right? Like Messenger on Facebook, but it's more of a business tool than a Facebook tool, right? So here's what it looks like. So here's Debbie and I's conversation. We share photos, things like that. We're talking all the time, right? So, and then here's our, these are the agents who I contact them, and you can see most of the time I'm sending them the join.me link, right? But so here's all, most of the people here are agents that I communicate with now, and so anyway, so what a powerful tool, that we use it all the time. I mean, you can set up groups with that. So like I have an admin group that's both Rick, it's Rick, Debbie, and myself is in this admin group. So I can send a message to both of them just like that, and it's an email because it pops up on their screen. And then they could just type in a message real quick, hit enter, and boom, it's popped up on my screen. Like I said, it's like Facebook Messenger, but more business prone. So, and because it's tied into your business tools, right? So, that's kind of thing. So let's see, great way to get your questions. Yeah, great, exactly. Great way to get your questions answered. If I'm on and I'm in front of my computer, a lot of times I can answer those quicker because they're just popped up in my face. So let's talk about the assignment. So your assignment is evaluate how you use technology or how you don't, okay? And remember, like I said, if one of the things you say all the time is, well, I'm no good at technology. God, I just cringe when I hear that. I am 60 years old. I am not from the tech generation, right? I taught myself technology. You know how I taught myself technology? I Googled, right? I used Google searching. Right, and then I use Google Tools, and if trust me, you can find how to use Google Tools by searching through Google, right? So evaluate how you use technology or how you don't, right? And then what can you do? Your next assignment is watch the videos on G Suites, right? So I want you guys to really, really embrace this technology. I remember Barbara Kelly DeLuca. I always forget. I always know her as Barbara Kelly. So Barbara Kelly DeLuca, so she talked about at one of our meetings that she watched the videos and started implementing the ways that I showed you on the video how to use your tools. She said it just changed her life because she now had control. And she mentioned it about, missing out on a listing or something, on a purchase, something like that, because her inbox was so full of crap that she missed out on an email to either buy a property or list a property or something like that. So that'll teach you right there. Don't miss out on a listing. And she's up in Park City. That could have been a $700,000-$800,000. It could be $20,000. You miss out on $20,000 because you kept telling yourself, "I'm no good at technology." Well, that's just crap. That's attitude, not a fact. Okay. So I get passionate about that. So because I know what technology can do to help you. So any thoughts or questions?
Rob?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I just wanted to say that you got me onto Gmail when I first came into this job, and I resisted it. I thought that was the dumbest thing I ever had to do. And then I moved everything over onto G Suite and really found how much that helped me. And with the different apps that you can put on it, the add-ons that you can put on it, it's changed my life. It really has. And I didn't think I could be that organized. So I'm really a big fan. I'm a converted fan.
Right.
On G Suite.
A more recent converted fan. And Debbie's tech savvy. But here's the thing, boys and girls, right? So Google, arguably one of the most successful corporations on the planet. Okay? These are the tools they use. Hello? They're a global conglomerate, so how do you think they collaborate with each other? They use their own tools. These are not tools just they're selling or give. Gmail's free, but I use the free premium version, which is $50 a year. and it comes with everything. It comes with everything. More storage, and it also comes with phone tech support. So if you have a problem, you can get on the phone with Google and get it fixed. So
yeah, I would
we're out of time.
That everybody,
oh,
I would suggest that everybody get G Suite rather than just
right.
a Gmail account. I
right.
think the tools that are available in that are just excellent. You know, you can keep all your documents on it. You can keep
right.
You can keep all your spreadsheets, and it's just totally amazing.
Like there's another example. Like Debbie and I, we work on spreadsheets all the time, right? So let me pull one up real quick just to kind of give you an idea of how we do it. So here's one called Admin Task Procedures, right? So, but look at all these tabs, right? So here's one, just domain names with username and password. New agent packet, that one there, it's got stuff we're building, SOI, stats, and postcards. It's got the links, how we do it. You know, so we're basically running a company on a spreadsheet, right? Email, receipt, rec, and earnest training and classes. You know, this is classes that are all lined up. File management, how to do it. These are tasks that an administrator for Aubrey & Associates does, right? Task overview, onboarding. I mean, that's just one example of us using a spreadsheet. And this is, we can both be, so if you look up here, Debbie's logged in and I'm logged in. We both can be typing on this thing at the same exact time. So Google tools are designed to collaborate. So you can do that with clients.
And what I love about it is that it automatically saves, and you don't have to remember to save it.
I know. If your computer crashes and logs back in, it's still there. So Lizbeth is in a transaction with an agent that had multiple offers, and the agent used to work for us a few years ago. And anyway, she spoke highly of the company, and she said, in fact, with this multiple offer, I'm using a multiple offer spreadsheet that I got from Rob to manage her multiple offers. So, just to give you an example of how, so, but anyway, I got to go, boys and girls, unless you have any questions. We're going to run because we're going to get back on in 2 minutes. So take a real short break. Okay? And then see you back. Same link. Just click on the link for the role play. We're finishing up the listing presentation this morning. So bye, guys.
Bye.